Apis mellifica. This homeopathic medicine is prepared from the poison of the honey bee. Let's we see some general characteristics of Apis. It is a right-sided remedy. So, in Apis most of the complaints are on the right side, or they start from the right side and travel to the left. It acts on the cellular tissues, especially of eyes, face, throat, ovaries, causing edema of the skin and mucous membrane. In the serous membrane of heart, brain, pleura etc. It produces inflammation with effusion. Various parts are swollen, puffed up, and become edematous, red rosy hue, stinging pain, soreness, intolerance of heat, and slightest touch, and afternoon aggravation are some of the general guiding symptoms of Apis mellifica. Here Erysipelatous inflammation, dropsical effusions and anasarca, acute inflammation of kidneys, and other parenchymatous tissues, are characteristic pathological states corresponding to Apis. Apis act especially on the outer parts, like skin, coating of inner organs, serous membranes, etc. Extreme sensitiveness to touch and general soreness is marked. Let's we see the mind symptoms of Apis mellifica. Most of the complaints from that is ailments from jealousy, fright, rage, vexation, and some bad news. Apis person are mostly irritable, nervous, fidgety, hard to please. They are in weeping disposition, cannot help crying. They are discouraged, despondent. Sudden, shrill, piercing screams from children while waking or sleeping. Women, especially widows, children and girls who, though generally careful, become awkward and let things fall while handling them. Great tearfulness, cannot help crying, weeps day and night without any causes. They cannot concentrate mind on attempting to read and write. Sensation of dying, and they have fear of being poisoned. In physical generals, there is extreme sensitiveness to touch. Pains are burning, stinging, and so, suddenly migrating from one part of the body to another. In anasarca, ascites condition there is no thirst. It mostly affects right side, there will be the enlargement or dropsy of right ovary, right testicle. Next the head complaint of Apis. Vertigo with sneezing, which is worse on lying, or closing the eyes. There is congestion of head and face, may lead to meningitis and meningeal irritation. There is sudden stabbing pains, and throbbing pain in the head, which is worse on motion and better on pressure. Whole brain feels very tired. Rolling of the head from side to side in hydrocephalus. Boring of the head backward in pillow and inability to hold the head in meningitis. Eye symptoms of Apis. Edema which is bag-like, puffy swelling under the eyes. Here the lacrimation is hot. Photophobia, yet covering intolerable. Sudden piercing pains is present. Serous exudation, edema, and sharp pains present in the eye. There is suppurative inflammation of eyes. Cannot look fixedly at any object, or cannot read in artificial light. Styes, also prevents their recurrence. Face symptoms. Face is red, hot, swollen, and edematous with piercing pain, or sometimes, the face is waxy pale and edematous. Paralysis of right side of the face, with right eye closed. They have a desire for washing face with cold water. Mouth symptoms of Apis. Mouth glossy as if varnished. Lips swollen, especially upper lip. Tongue are fiery red, swollen, and raw, with vesicles. Throat. Throat swollen, inside and out, tonsils swollen, puffy, fiery red. Uvula swollen and it looks like a bag of water. Stomach and abdomen symptoms of Apis. Thirstless with dropsy. There is craving for milk. Bruised on pressure, and when sneezing. Swelling present in the right groin. In constipation, there is a sensation in abdomen, as if something tight would break if much effort were used. Diarrhea of drunkards, and diarrhea in eruptive diseases, especially if eruption be suppressed, and in involuntary from every motion, as though anus was wide open. Urinary system. Incontinence of urine, with great irritation of the parts, can scarcely retain the urine a moment, and when passed scalds severely. There will be frequent urination, which is painful, scanty, and bloody. In male there is difficult, frequent or slow urination, must press to pass urine, in prostatic affection. Last drops of urine, burn and smart. Male complaint of apus. There is dropsy of scrotum. And hydrocele. Affection of prostate gland is present. Female complaint. Edema of labia, which is relieved by cold water. Ovarian cyst is present. Soreness and stinging pains is present in the ovary. There is presence of ovaries, which is worse in right ovary. In young girls, menses is suppressed, with cerebral and head symptoms. Leucorrhea profuse, acrid and green. In mammae there is stinging and burning pain. And there will be great tenderness over the abdomen and uterine region. Respiratory symptoms. Panting breathing, feels every breath would be his last. Edema of larynx. And feels as if he could not draw another breath. There will be suffocation, short and dry cough, painful shock in head and chest from every cough. Asthma from hives, which is ameliorated by small quantity of expectoration. Sweetish expectoration. Extremities. Edema of the hand and feet, and dropsy without thirst. Felon in beginning with burning, stinging, and throbbing pain. There is numbness of hands and tips of fingers. Knee swollen, shiny, sensitive, with stinging pain. Feet swollen and stiff, immovable, feel too large. Hemiplegia from severe mental shock. Skin symptoms. Bad effects of acute exanthema, imperfectly developed or suppressed, and bad effects of measles, skull antenna, urticaria. Swellings after bites, sensitive. Stinging, large urticaria. In Erysipelatous, with sensitiveness and swelling, rosy hue. In carbuncles, with burning, stinging pain. There is sudden puffing up of whole body. Fever, intermittent fever, chill 3 page M, with thirst always, which is aggravated by warm room, and from external heat. Thirstless during fever, and thirst during chill. In fever there is slight sweat, with sleepiness. Perspiration breaks out and dries up frequently. Sleeps after the fever paroxysm. After perspiration, there is nettle rash, also with shuddering. Modalities. Aggravation. After sleeping. Closed, especially warmed and heated rooms are intolerable. From getting wet, but better from washing or moistening the part in cold water. Amelioration. Open air. Cold water or cold bathing. Uncovering. Pains by coughing. Walking or changing position when sitting erect. Thank you.